Hello and welcome to my 100 Days of Making Comics thing. This is day 60 to 62, and this is gonna start off in a bit of a rant. Social media. Why why is it so difficult? So the last 3 days, well actually it's not as I've never stopped trying to do it, but in the last 3 days it's been evident to me that I'm just horrible at it. I mean, or maybe I'm not horrible about it. Maybe it's just that I get discouraged easily and I stop doing it, so I just don't get any leeway whatsoever. But it's painful. I mean, tweeting and no one's doing anything about it. And the worst part is when you're tweeting about something quite recent, like the new video games and whatever. And no one's responding, not even a like or something. And I know people sometimes just serially like things that people they follow do or are under a particular tag. Because they're trying to promote their whatever. And there's none of that. And it's sad. It's like the feeling when you scream and no one's there no one hears you. Or a more graphic way to explain this is when do you remember that one movie with James Franco where he's got a boulder on his arm? The one where he had to cut it off? Yeah, that one. Remember when he was screaming the very first few times and no one could hear him? Yeah. Something like that. And what's more painful is that I know how this feels in real life, because in real life, that is how some of my human interactions go. I tell people things within a group of small friends and no one responds to me. And I just feel sad, and I repeat it like 3 times and no one's still responding to me. Makes me very sad and very unhappy. Just painful. I know I'm not popular. I know I'll never be popular, but at least can someone say things to me? It feels lonely. It feels like I'm talking to air. And I know I'm not, because with the net right now, it's like the entire world is there. Almost the entire world is there. And no one can hear me. So it's just depressing. And I need better ways to do it, because I'm making a cute cat comic, and I want to make comics, web comics, and web comics are within the realm of the internet. And if I don't know how to utilize the internet, there's obviously no way I'll see any success in doing this. So, yeah, I know building an audience takes time, and I know that this will not give me instant gratification from just trying social media, but I was hoping that it would be less painful. There was a point in time in which I did social media and it wasn't as painful. Specifically, the time when I had a specific emo Twitter account. Yep, that was during high school, and it was pretty G. Now I'm actually genuinely using it as a social platform where I can show myself to the world as opposed to a persona. It's not making me feel great about myself. So, internet, anyone watching this, if anyone watches it at all and cares, sometimes I feel like my views are just me, like reloading the page, or like I have it on my browser and then I restart my laptop and it reloads. I'm pretty sure most of my views are just me. Yeah. If anyone else but me watches this, please, some social media tips, please, because I, as a human being of this generation, human beings, should be able to properly utilize them. But I can't. So, help is greatly needed. Yeah. So over the last 3 days, there are a lot of things that I've done that I did not record, that I chose not to record on the basis of it would take too much space on my laptop. So first off, if you check out all of my social media accounts, I changed my profile picture to this thing. Computer. Come on, computer. Go, computer. That thing. And yeah, that took me the entire first day. That's what I did the entire first day of this 3-day period of this challenge. And as you can see, it took me many try things. Basically this is the very original file. But because I turned it into a JPEG and then I edited it again. It's weird. It's almost as though it's like when you print, you can only see the revisions in your manuscript or in an essay if you print it. Yeah, it's sort of like that, except for instead of printing, I made it into a separate image file. Then again, that's good because like the original had so many layers. There's no way I would be able to find the one where I colored the lips, the one where I colored the skin, and so on and so forth. At first I thought actually that the arm was too big, then I just keep realizing that it isn't. It makes more sense. I mean, it looks quite big when you look at it like just half body, but then when you look at the entire thing, how far the hand is from the body and how large it is actually makes sense. Then I also realized that the way I drew the shirt gives that sort of illusion. You know, like how when you wear a black shirt, it makes you thinner. Shirts that cut certain areas make it thinner. It's not really supposed to be me though, it's supposed to be an original character. But said original character now looks like me because I got her same haircut. And so yeah. And then like this weird fashion thing over here, like the sleeves are quite weird shape. Well, that's because right now my arms are quite flabby. Not flabby as in fat, as in flabby as in my skin's hanging because I lost weight. And a good way to cover that is by having sleeves that like mask that area. So that's why those sleeves are like that. Okay. So yeah, there it is. That's what I did for like hours. That took me very long to do. So the other things that I did, I finished inking the entirety of the first issue of Mew Mew. And I do go by issues because I will have to print them for cons. And I've finished, I have finished, yeah, there it is, look at them, they're all there. Okay, 4, 5, this is the one you saw a speed ink of. I've already finished the grays. I think it looks fine. Yep, and then I finished inking this. And where are the rest? This, and this. There. And then the grays and the speech bubbles, I'll probably just do that tomorrow. I wanna sort of rest my mind and work on something, you know, fandomy. Okay, so yeah. And that is all. Oh, and I already posted a bit to Facebook. And I think that Facebook would be a nice place to test try it in terms of, rather than putting it on a webcomic website already. Because the Facebook in general doesn't get that much views for comics. But at the same time, that my target audience, or at least my target audience that is not international, so the Filipino webcomic community, if that actually exists, is primarily sitting around Facebook. So I thought that, wow, okay, since they're doing that, I might as well do it too. And since no one's really watching me, not a lot of people are really watching me. I could see how well it does with the audience, or like a audience, any audience. So yeah, I have a Facebook page. That barely anyone follows. But okay, yeah. Speaking of which, social media is just hell. Oof. Okay. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you're doing in front of my video. Bye. Thanks. Have a great life.